Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. This war was supposed to be like quite a great war for me, but it turns out to be the worst war of this season. And I did like so stupid mistakes in this, and I hate myself for doing that. So, we're gonna jump in, and we're gonna take part 4. I was thinking to take part 6, but then I thought no, have to take part 4 only. So I took part 4, and the first fight is going to be Captain Marvel's long distance relationships. That's gonna heal me up with my willpower, so I don't have to be looking towards anything else. What I have to do is just let her throw SP ones more rather than throwing SP2s in her binary. So I'm gonna try and do that. And over here at this point, she's at SP2, but I have to bait some time. So before like her binary expires, so at this point the binary is done because we took some hits in the block, and my SP2 take like some good amount of time. So that's good for hit, and we finish the fight off without giving any kill. So the next fight is going to be Professor X. So Professor X is stubborn character. So what I have to do is just try not to dex that much, and it's strike back. I'm not gonna hit him that much. Professor X with Human Torch is not that much difficult because Professor X gives us a smolder whenever he touches us with the mediums, because his whole attacks are like energy base, and that's good. For what I'm gonna do is just try and do this, go with my SP 3 hit combos, and he's a heavy hitter. I cannot counter his heavy with my heavy. Then attacks never gonna miss, and the moment I turn into overflame, he's already dead. He's what should I say, Human Torch is so bad. So we finished the fight off with like 90% of my health left now, so I don't have to worry about anything. So next fight is going to be the Warlock. So the first, when I went to the fight, I saw that I didn't do this fight against like Warlock ever in this war, and Warlock can be a bit tricky, you can see in this fight also. So I went out, go and took a duel with him with my Doctor Doom. I tried to take a duel with like a player that plays the game with a good amount of 6-star rank 320, like 200 sig level with so much HPs. And also I tried to took like 3-4 duels, then I understand what I have to do. So it's a power snack, so whenever I trigger a buff, he's gonna get some good amount of power. So what I have to do is just throw my SU1 at that point. Over here I'm gonna do that. So we got 2 powers of a power, and he has 1 now. So I want him to throw SP2. I don't care at this point. What I have to do is like take that infection off while throwing an SP3, because I don't want that I don't get any fury and my shock didn't cops up because of the infection, and infection like refreshes, and here's 2 infections on ourselves. What I do, I go for an SP3, and I don't know if I was just trying to bait out this power snack node. I did that, my decks, and also I just thought, should I wait for that infection to expire? And I should have waited for that, but I didn't. And this what happens: we throw an SP3. We didn't do that much amount of damage. I don't care at this point because he has an armor up also, but we didn't get any of the fury because I have like 2 infections, and infections are quite bad. Because if you don't manage to keep up that manage to keep your infection off you, then it's going to be quite bad for you. What I'm gonna do is trying to take this all in block. 1 dex power snack is up, so I'm just gonna do one more thing over here. This infection, I throw my speed to, because at this point I changed my plan. I thought, okay, what I have to do is just take my SP2s up rather than throwing an SP3 like full doom cycle, because then I'm gonna hit so much amount of hits towards him. So every hit I do, I get like 1 infection charge on me, and then that 20 becomes an infection onto me, a proper infection. So I'm gonna go with an SP SP3s, SP2s, and SP1s because those are non-contact hits, and non-contact hits gets no charges. And whenever he touches me, I get a charge, and whenever I touch him, I get a charge. And if he parries me, I get a 5 charges. So that's how Warlock works. And against him, you have to be pretty precise with that. So I'm just gonna try and go. The power snack node is off, so I'm gonna try and bait his SP2 over here. So I can throw my SP2 and then we finish off because the infections are almost up. So what I have to do is just go for an SP2 without getting any infections onto me, because I can put like 3 incinerates, and incinerates gonna do so much of work for me, and that is it. Finish the fight off with half health, but not that much an issue in this war because I didn't give any kill. So what I do, I waited, ask my teammate, and we get the energy towards the Mixmaster neck. So I've already taken this Mixmaster neck, and till now, so far we have done like 3 fights, all good. So I'm like, one boost is still active, I think so, but it's going to be 10%, and the mystic one, so mystic one's not gonna affect anything over here because I'm a mutant. So I went in without any boost because I thought that I can do this fight, and I can do this fight. I've done these fights pretty earlier also. So this is going to be a mix master, so I'm just gonna go with like 4 hits over here. 4 hits, as I said, like 3 heavy and one's going to be medium mine that I'm gonna throw. So he's almost pretty much dead because 7 euros are like endpoint. I shouldn't have thrown this SP1, but I did, and I don't know what for. And it goes towards his face that clone Nick Fury is dead, the real Nick Fury is dying. So this was bad. I'd put a medium, that was so bad. I countered it, counter his heavy with my heavy, not an issue with me. I can do that. I go for medium, light, medium, straight to an SP1, so I can go another medium in whenever I want. I want to take this dex off, so I have to take all that in my defense. I cannot dex the last one, so we go for another SP1, and fight is pretty much over because we have some amount of neuros, bleeds, and poisons doing good amount of damage towards him, and I don't have to worry that much. So I went with another medium, and my medium turns 1 poison towards the neuro, and the fight was done. So far 4 fights, not that much an issue. We did like so good fights, and the fights were pretty difficult for me. Here we go, and the trouble begins here. Human Torch, 6-star rank 2. I saw my path, I went out again, and I was talking to someone, and so on the line in the group, so I asked him something, and then we popped it again. So EMP modification, not an issue for me. Human Torch has like quite big health pool, and it's a 6-star rank 2 doing good amount of damage for me, and it's a 5-star Mysterio, and it's like, I think it's a rank 4. I don't even remember this, but he is a rank 5 or a rank 4. So I was thinking to like, should I take my temperature up? So I did some of this because I want to push him towards his SP2, so I cannot miss that all. He throws an SP1. I try to take it all in my defense, get some of the charges up, smolders up, and that is going to be very very good. And he's dying so fast whenever I do some good amount of damage, and I took a dex. That EMP modification is up, not an issue for me because if he throws an SP, then I'm gonna get 2 shocks. So here I did a good combo, and we go for an again. That was good. He went in towards me. I will go for an SP2 again. So what happens, he is on his SP2 and he was stunned. That stun was small and I didn't realize that. And what happens in the end, we took an SP2 towards our face. If a combo would be a good, but SP2 was a bad. And then straight away I took a look to my internet box, and there was an internet light off. So if I wouldn't have died over here, we would have disconnected from this game because the connection was gone, and it came back in like 10 minutes after I restarted that. So we should have lost that. We should have gave that kill, but Human Torch won't be dead. He would be full again, and I could heal up and get him dead as soon as I go into the fight. But I made a mistake, and that gives us a one kill. So next fight, let's go in. Not an issue. We have to take path one, and it's not a trouble. It's Sentinel on Dupe 6 star and rank 4, I think so. Gladiator Hulk, and the nodes are 4 nodes are quite simple. I don't have to pay that much attention to it, but it do like a great amount of region for us. For him, sorry, not for us. And they both are stubborn characters, so what we have to do is like get some stubborn charges. So whenever I had like Dex his SP1, that's going to be a big issue for me. And we go for an SP2. We got our SP2. He's at SP1 again, and we're gonna steal his power because we have the aura up. So I'm just gonna try and get to my SP3 as fast as I can. But here we took an SP. He took throw an SP, and I don't know what for. And that region pops up. So see his health. He's took like 20% of his health backed up, and I don't know what happened over there. And I'm gonna do a pretty bad combo. I'm gonna go. Let's see what we go for. That combo that I did now, that was bad after an SP3. I shouldn't have done that. So we go for a medium, light medium. That was good. Not an issue. So this is going to be another fight. Then this is not the fight. So I was pretty much okay with this fight, but that region pops in back. So I was just trying to get my SP3 again in the aura with the Fury, so that's gonna deal such a great damage for us, and we're gonna finish the fight out very easily. So here we go. The SP went in, and it took him towards the 7%. So what we have to do is just go with two mediums. Here we go, and a light did it. We could have gone for a full combo with like light, and medium to an SP1 that finished the fight off. But my damage was quite good. We finished the fight off that only. So next fight, it's a Gladiator Hulk. I don't want to go with like Archangel because he's immune to poison. You cannot turn it into poison, like poisons. So what I have to do is revive my Human Torch because he's gonna regen at one point. That thumbs up regen whatsoever is it. We go for 3 heal balls, and we took him towards 60% of his health. Still not boosted. You can see what we do with this fight. Okay, let's just see. We have given like 1 kill till now. So, okay, so we are doing good amount of damage. At one point I'm gonna think like, should I take the temperature up? Then I realize no, let's leave that. We have already given a kill because of that, so I'm just gonna try and bait out his SP. Okay, we got a parry. I was trying to bait his SP, but he took like 1 or 2 hits, and that's not an issue. We took out the SP, and it's a buffet node over here. So what we have to go for an SP2, and he's on to an SP2 of his again. So I go, and straight away he throws an SP. Another time, I charge up my heavy to increase my temperature on the stun after an SP2 like a parry, and the other person throws an SP2 to my face. And this was not supposed to happen. I've given like 2 kills. Those were like solos fight for me. We have like 2 kills. Over here I was like, oh god, what did I do? Like 2 kills of the easy war. And I could have I don't know what should I say. I've done like so many stupid things in this war. So I'm gonna go for an SP1 over here, get some power back, and still he's on his SP. So I'm gonna steal some power from him over here. Go for a light, and go for an SP3. I should have gone for an SP3. I don't know what I'm doing over here. So we've parried him. Still, I'm just trying to get that text out because it's a buffet. Now I realize it's a buffet node, so we have to take the fury up. So that's why I was doing that. This after like playing after doing that stupid things was like quite difficult, and like seeing this is way bad. So we have the fury. We did the right combos. We go for an SP1. He was on the low power because he used an SP1 before. So what we have to go let's go for an SP2 because he was almost supposed to take all of that health back up, top up some good amount of health. He might took top up, so what we have to do is like finish the fight off. So we went in with an SP2 because I knew that my SP2 is gonna do some good amount of damage with incinerate, so we finished the fight off. So next it's going to be a Korg. I'm like so much fights I've done with Korg, so I don't have to worry that much about it, but I think I'm gonna boost myself quite good. So I'm not gonna go for that much because I have to take some fights in the boss sections also after this, and then you're gonna have some boss action. So I took some good because I have given like 2 kills and I don't want to give any other kills, so I took good boost measure and go for a power start 1 boost over here. And that is because of the node. Over here there's a node, 2 heavies, 4 lights, 2 5 mediums, and just so much that I took one more heal ball towards my doom. I want to finish the fight with the solo, not to give any kills towards him. So what we have to do is just get into the fight. At one point when we are like almost out of these charges, we have to throw an SP1. We have 1 SP in our bank. So I have to throw a cycle these SP1s as fast as I can, and I did it perfectly. But one point I'm gonna mess that up, and that's the point we finished the fight. Okay, I dexed it, so all the damage that I put was gone, and the shields are up. We throw an SP. Shields are down. He restore 1 or 2 incident. It's not that much an issue for me. But we lost whole bar and the charges are almost about to empty. I cannot put an heavy towards him until unless he do this stupid thing. I could have just go for an heavy over here, but I don't know why I didn't go for it. I was trying to do this fight like pretty simple. Go with simple things. I shouldn't have dexed. He got some good amount of regen. That was bad. So what I'm gonna try to do is like take everything on my block now because Doom has such a big health pool, and I'm gonna do that again. I knew that I'm gonna do that again. Till now I don't know what I am thinking in my mind. I should have just stopped doing that dex thing, but I'm doing that again and again. Then I realized we can take all that 3 hits that he puts towards his hands and roll it off. We can do that, and then we're gonna dex that hammer that he puts towards us. So in that case we do not get any kind of region towards him. I'm gonna try and bait some SSPs out, and I was just trying to get these SPs out, take some hits in my block and dex the last one. That's the only plan because I don't want him to regen that much, and the shields are going to go low and low and low every time. That's the tip where you can see that do like whenever you put Korg, like shields are down, like 8 shields, he just starts the fight off. And if the shields are down, at that point you wins the fight. Because every time he's gonna back up, it's going to be 1 less. And now it's 3, we'll be like 3 and shields are dead. What you have to do is like put his shield down as fast as you can and then they restart up, then again and again. That's the same cycle and you finish the fight with him not being getting any of the shields up, and that's a simple solo what you have to do. They're like 2 shields up. So we finished the fight off with the solo. We took like good amount of health. He took like good amount of health for us over here. So I stopped it. I paused my recording. I went towards the line, asked what should I go for, and it's the void, a rage void. I have taken this fight with my archangel, and I was like pretty damn good over here because archangel is badass. What I do and what are mistakes that I don't know what should I say over here. So let's go to the fight. So till now, like in the starting of the fight, I said till now. So in the starting of the fight, not that much an issue for me. We have done this fight. We have to take parries. He's in stubborn character, so that's the one of the issue. So the moment poison comes up and it turns that all thing into neuros, the fight is off. Over here, I realized that I shouldn't have gone for medium than a heavy because that was bad. I'm not turning any more towards. I should have countered that with the counter with my heavy, and that was bad. And I don't know what I'm doing. I just have to take that distance in my mind. I'm just trying to get that first debuff off me, and the second petrify pops up, and I was like, "What did I do? What?" Like I took only half of his health. I should have just taken. I should have just soloed him. I was doing quite good. That SP2 that I evade, like dexed off. That was the point when I lose. It's okay. Can go with Doom. Okay, I can. Shouldn't have revived him. Should not revive him. Shouldn't. Let's go. So staggers are up. So not that much an issue. We both are stubborn correctors. So not. I'm just trying to get that debuffs off me. Like trying to get like 10 hits combo in whenever the debuff pops up. I'm gonna go for an SP1 over here, and we are at 19. So the mistake that I do over here, I'd go for a hit first, and rather than going on the time the debuff pops onto me. But we purify that, not a bigger deal. Go for an SP, another not a bigger deal. But my SP3 is not gonna do any damage because it's rage. The damage is kind of capped at one point. Whenever I do good amount of damage, that fury pops up. So the fury pops up, not the bigger issue for me because I'm gonna nullify that all. We are near to an SP2. Another debuff pops up. I went in for an SP and I was 49 hits. If that 50 hit popped up, we would have easily get him down. And I don't know why I didn't that. I have to revive my whole team. All are dead. And then I have to get my Doom a bit up. I was thinking to go with Arcane, but then I thought no, Doom might do it, and I put like one. I knew that I have to save some items and I have to finish this fight off. Also, after this, I told my teammates that I'm not supposed to take any other fights. I will not take because I'm very low on heal balls and I have to take all of these. After this, I just went towards the AQ and see how much days do I have left for that glory that's gonna pop up for me, because I need that glory at this point. I need that heal balls up every point. We finish the fight off, not that a bigger issue. So next, all of these are going to be gone, and this I recorded in my mobile. So it's the boss section is all cleared, and it's the main boss for me. And they all said me that I need to take the boss solo because I have a human touch, and the one player on the backup didn't join the war the whole time. The one path is left for him. He has to clear that still. So what happens? I went in with an invulnerable boost, like indestructible boost for me, invulnerability for me. So I went like 5 heal balls onto human torch, and then I realized like I have to take the pre-fight in because I'm gonna lose fast if I didn't. I'm gonna take so much amount of hits, and the damage gonna be less the moment into the fight. So he's a mystic champion, but the one thing he has power gain, and I cannot sugar it off because I cannot stun him. He's stun immune as he's a war boss. So we took one hit of this SP1 and then we dexed all of it. Not a bigger issue. We got some willpower regen and that was quite good. And I went in and straight away he throws an SP1 onto my face. Not an issue. He threw with a heavy, I dexed that all, and I was like, whoa, that was good. And he's gonna go another again. I go for an SP1. Another quite trick I realized today, that I can dex his SP, like not an SP, his heavy. I normally take all of that hits towards my face, but that was good. The boss is not that much difficult because I have a 6-star rank. I can take so many of these hits onto my block. Over here, I want to take one hit, and I took it, and then that was quite finishing off the fight for me. Because if the indestructible is off, I can do some damage. If that's not, then we cannot. It took quite a good chunk of health for me. And normally, whenever I do boss fights, I always forgot that they are stunning me, and with that point, I lost the fights every point. But he's doing himself quite a good damage because my power stings are popping up every time. And over here, he's near to an SP2. He instantly stick. Then I throw an SP1 just for a safety net, and the fight was done. This was such a bad war for me. We finished the fight off, we soloed the boss, we did everything that we want, but still, it was a bad war for me. I didn't do it perfectly. So, next war is going to be good. Till now, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like to my videos. Until then, see you next time.